Hi everyone, so I'm back with another off-campus opportunity, and this one is with Concentrix. So if you don't know by now, Concentrix is hiring for a variety of roles right now, and they're having a common test for all of those roles. So this is going to be a direct test opportunity, which is of course a great news for all of you freshers, for all of you job seekers, because we have not been seeing a direct test opportunity for quite some time now. And Concentrix is pretty much a very decent company. And to those of you who are my regular viewers, you might remember that a couple of months back, I had made a video about Concentrix hiring, and that time also they were hiring for a variety of roles. They were hiring for multiple opportunities, and that time also a lot of you guys were able to get reverts back. You were able to get callbacks for the interview. So here also I'm assuming that a lot of you guys will be able to get to the interview rounds and will be able to clear the process end to end. So we'll be having a look at it in details. We'll be seeing what the test is about. We'll be seeing what is the eligibility. And of course, I'm going to give you guys a few tips on clearing the online pre-recorded online assessment as well. So everything about this is going to get covered in this video. And in fact, even if you go on LinkedIn, right, you'll be seeing a lot of posts from talent acquisition teams, from HR teams of Concentrix, and all of them are talking about how Concentrix is hiring, and all of them will be giving you multiple roles, that they're hiring for XYZ roles, they're hiring for ABC roles, but there is a common test for all of those roles, and that's what I have open right now. So let's dive deep into it. Let's get into the details. So of course, it's a simple form. Initially, you need to give your personal information, like your Aadhaar information and all of this. And of course, this is the like proper official form. Don't get confused. This is the proper form by Concentrix. Okay, so you can just fill all of your details. And let me tell you that this is going to be a mass hiring, and of course a lot of people they will be hiring via this. A lot of you guys will be able to get a job, will be able to clear the process via this. And the best part about this is that there's no such restriction. Like, this is probably one of the only hiring where there is no such eligibility criteria. And pretty much, if you see you have at least a certain level of education, you are able to take part in this. So if you see in education background, you have pretty much all of the like information. If you've done your 12th, diploma, graduate, PG or higher, it is open for all. It does not matter. It is, in all of its like trueness, it is open to all. So anyone can pretty much apply for this. There's no such eligibility criteria. And you can see the only question which might be eliminatory question is that, are you 18 years or older? And of course, all of my viewers are 18 years or older if you're a college student. So definitely you can apply. There is no such eligibility criteria. So definitely, if you're a fresher, you can pretty much apply for this. Okay. So you can see in work experience, you can mention yes and no. So if you're a fresher, you have no experience, it doesn't matter. You can still apply. Okay. And any degree, any college, it does not matter. You can pretty much apply. Now, here are the list of the roles that they're opening for. So if you click on process applied for, you'll be seeing that these are the roles. So you can see that you have advisor customer service non-voice, you have advisor customer service voice, you have advisor technical support non-voice, and then you have advisor technical support voice. So of course, what I'll recommend is to go into tech support, because see, so let me talk about this right now, okay, because there's something that is very important and a lot of people get confused, right? See, as long as there are openings in the market, you should be applying. You already know how bad the market is right now. So I highly recommend that you apply for every role everywhere possible, especially if it's an MNC, but try to go for roles that are still related to tech. So even if you go for something like a tech support role, right, you will still be under the umbrella of tech. And of course, in a company like Concentrix, or let's take Tech Mahindra for example, right, because Tech Mahindra were also hiring for tech support role for a couple of days back. And there also I had made a video about this, and there also I mentioned the same thing, that if you get a job and if you just start working in any place just to kickstart your career, you can then transition your career later on. But the most important thing is that you start your career in a role that is related to tech. So my proposition and my suggestion will always be to go into a role that is at least remotely connected to tech. Your role should not be fully non-tech. Okay, so of course these are the different roles. You can apply for any role, but my suggestion always will be to go into a tech support role, because of course Concentrix is MNC, it's a big company. So if you work under the umbrella of tech, it will be easier for you to like transition your career later on. But if you start your career with something which is completely non-tech, like completely non-tech, something like sales, marketing, etc., then it will be very difficult to switch. Then also it's possible, but of course it will be difficult to switch. So my recommendation again for you to be like going for something like a tech support role, so that you still stay under the umbrella of a tech category. And of course Concentrix is a big company, they have variety of projects, so even internally it will be easier for you to switch. So anyways, you can see rest of the details like I already showed: education background, work experience, process applying for, and of course all of these things which are just basic things, basic information that any company will be looking for whenever you'll be seeing a mass hiring. So of course you can fill all of these details, and please guys, do not make any mistake in filling the details, because I always get a lot of messages from people saying that, Bhaiya, there was XYZ form and I made the mistake of, either putting my last name wrong or my Aadhaar card number wrong. Don't do that, okay? Please be very careful while filling these forms. If you don't fill everything correctly, or if there's any information mismatch later on, it can lead to rejection, okay? So of course be careful while filling the form, and once you fill the form, immediately after whatever mail you've put, you will get a email on that about the assessment. And of course, it's a pre-recorded assessment, so you don't have to worry about the timing. You can pretty much take at a time convenient to you. That's what they have written as well. And of course, if you want to know more about what sort of questions that they have, pretty much a quick YouTube search or a Google search will give you all of the information you need, because of course a lot of people have already given this test, and it's not the first time that they're taking this test, right? They've taken this test in the past, so definitely you can do just a little bit of research, but the test is not going to be that difficult, okay? It's going to be pretty simple, and anyone will be easily able to crack it. It's not going to be that it'll require a very high level of knowledge, right? But still, if you want, you can just do your research about the online assessment, okay? So definitely fill this form. You'll get the online assessment. You'll be able to fill it, and of course, they'll be asking you to download some browser, some lockdown browser, which is of course going to have sort of like a lockdown, where you will not be able to open any other internet browser sort of a thing, which is of course just a regular thing that happens in online test. And of course you're able to use your own laptop, so those things will be there. So anyways, it's a pretty decent opportunity, and all of you guys do take part in it, because right now the job market is getting not that great, especially for 25 grads, for 24 grads, for 23 grads. We are still seeing opportunities for 26 and 25 grads, but for 24, 23 grads, we are not seeing mass hirings of this accord. So definitely this is something that you guys should try for. And of course, try to get as many offers as you can in hand. And then of course, you'll be able to switch later on. You'll be able to transition your career later on. But it's important that you kickstart your career. That's the most important thing. And kickstart your career in a tech domain only. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. And I'm sorry if my voice is slurring a bit. I just had a near death experience quite a few days back. I'll be making a video about that if time permits. But anyways, my health is not very well overall since a few days, which is why I've also not been coming on camera to make a video, and my voice will be slurring. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me see you guys again in the next video.